What up, boys, and welcome back to yet another video. So in today's video, we're looking at some solo farms that's on my list of items that I always keep on the auction house at any given time. They're collectibles. They sell quite well, like for a decent price, but obviously being a collectible over something like a material, they don't sell daily. But when they do sell, the active gold per hour is really good. So, of course, this is one of many things that's inside the 0 to 10 million gold guide, which you can get right now for 50% off using the discount code STUDENT. And the best part about this gold guide is the fact that it features all the best gold farms in retail at the moment, but it also gets updated for every single expansion completely for free. You only got to get it once. So, whenever we get a new expansion like the War Within, I update the gold guide to feature all the best farms in the new expansion, and I just automatically send the updated version of the gold guide to your email completely for free. So that's going to be listed down below in the description together with the VIP Discord, which, by the way, appreciate all of you guys who have joined in on that. It's pretty much like a Patreon where you support me as a content creator, but instead everything happens on a Discord server. And on that Discord server, you get a bunch of exclusive content like spreadsheets, investments, gold tips, and much more. But you also get to watch all these YouTube videos before they're made public on YouTube. So if that sounds interesting, you can find it with the gold guide down below in the description. Now, I'm on a mage, and I very rarely play a mage in WoW. I only play a mage when I'm doing these farms, so some of you guys might have figured it out right now. Mage, Dragonblight, like, yes, we're talking about Polymorph Tomb. Polymorph Tombs are these books that you can buy and sell on the auction house that will teach you how to polymorph targets into different things. Like, for instance, we're going to focus on in this video the polar bear cub, the monkey, and the porcupine. The easiest one to farm, but I will also mention some of the other ones that you can acquire that sells for a stupid amount of gold and are really tough to get. So I did this on my live stream, and I'm going to take you guys through the farm spots that I personally use. Now, the first one being the polymorph monkey. This one is quite cheap. It has a market value on EU of 10,000 gold, but like on my realm, they're roughly 1,000 gold. The reason why they're so cheap is because they are stupidly easy to get. I mean, doing it solo, you get a bunch of them an hour. Doing it in a 5-man group, you get even more. Like, you can get like over 20 of these an hour, and it drops from like basically every single monkey mob in Panda. So you only got to kill monkeys in Pandaria, and then you have a chance of getting the polar bear. The thing is, though, with all of these tombs, you have to do it on a mage. It will not drop unless you do it on a mage. So this exact location that I'm using takes place all the way down here by this broken ship thingy, like all the way to the south of the Jade Forest. Now, after you picked up that one, you want to move like further up to this entire area, starting from like roughly the Serpent's Heart, and then all the way in this giant area, because this giant area, at least it's my favorite location to find porcupines for the next polymorph book, the Tomb of Polymorph Porcupine. It is more expensive. It has an EU market value of 75,000 gold. Right now on my realm, it's 20,000 gold though, but you're pretty much just going to be flying around killing porcupines and praying to RNGesus that you will get the Tomb of Porcupine eventually. It's not that hard to get this one, and it's one of those things that it doesn't make sense to do it in a group because they don't hyper spawn. You're just literally moving around in the zone, killing the porcupines one by one. So there's no real benefit of being in a group, which is a good thing because that means the prices will stay better than if you could hyper spawn these like absolute crazy. So the next book that is farmable is this one right here. This is also from my live stream. This is the one where it actually makes sense to do it in a group. You can see that we have a 5-man group with mages, because these bears right here, they hyper spawn, these Arctic grizzly bears. So it makes sense to do it in a group because you're getting more spawns, and sometimes when you move over to the next bear, there's going to be a couple of dead ones that you can loot because you were within distance when they got killed. So that is the last one that is like easily farmable. And that one is quite expensive. It is usually the most expensive one. You see, I sold one nearly a year ago for only 11k. Right now has a market value of 77k and 55k on my realm. Now, I usually stockpile a bunch of these ahead of a new expansion, because already starting in pre-patch of new expansion, I start to see a lot of sales on these collectible items. So every new expansion, I've always had a bunch of these available, so I can focus on like the new farms in the new expansion while still selling these old items. Now, the location of this place is right here, like this entire place right here, just on both sides of this road right here and this area in Dragonblight, in Wrath of the Lich King this time, and not Panda. Now, there is a couple of more polymorph tombs that you can acquire. They are very tough to get. They are very expensive. One of them is not even up on the auction house. But first of all, you have Tomb of Polymorph Turtle, which you have a chance of obtaining by fishing. Like you can see with ATT, it says Kata Sulgurub and then fishing, but you can acquire this by fishing in Kata schools. So a pro tip is to go into Deep Home and fish the albino cave fish schools, because they actually sell for quite a bit of gold as well, because people need them to make deep stone oil to craft the mount, the vial of sand. And I actually got one ages ago while doing that. The Tomb of Polymorph Duck one is, as ATT states, it's a quest that only mages can do. I already made a video of this. It's a once pickup though, like every mage can only pick it up once. You do the quest once, you get this in return, you can sell it. But once you have obtained it, you cannot do it again. You would need a new mage. So I've also made a decent amount of gold on this one, but it requires you to have a mages though. So this one is going to be a way better farm to do in the War Within. When you can enter the Dragon Isles at a low level, you can just mass create mages and obtain the Polymorph Duck. Now, there is one that isn't on this list, and that is the Tomb of Polymorph Penguin, which is the last one that I saw sell was actually someone on my Discord that sold it for 1,250,000 gold. It is extremely hard to get. It took us a while to figure out where it dropped when Blizzard first made these Tomb of Polymorphs available, but it actually has a chance of dropping from killing this rare elite Kingpin in Howling Fuel. So I had a bunch of alts, mage alts, camped at this guy right here with war mode off, war mode on, chromie time, you name it. And I've killed him a bunch of times without getting anything. So you can always, by all means, if you have a couple of spare mages, then feel free to camp him at this guy, but we don't know what the exact drop chance is. Even if it's 1 in 1,000, and it's a rare spawn that spawns, well, quite rarely, has like lots of hours respawn time, so that one is extremely difficult to get, extremely valuable. So if you guys do decide to give it a go and try to obtain that one, please let me know if you happen to actually acquire it. Now, that was pretty much it for today's video though, so appreciate all of you guys watching. Got plenty of retail gold farming videos incoming, so make sure you are subscribed to my YouTube channel in order to be notified whenever those videos drops. And if you want to see the videos before they're made public, consider signing up to the VIP Discord or pick up the 0 to 10 million gold guide. With that being said though, appreciate all of you watching, and I'll see you all back in at tomorrow's video. But until then, bye bye.